cheating really a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance? Let me know, is cheating really a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance? Because I know a lot of men and women who got cheated on or did the cheating and got back together with their partner.
All right, welcome back to the Linda B Show. It's me, your girl, Linda B. We have a topic this is a great topic that we're going to be talking about today. Is cheating a deal breaker in a relationship? We have some special guests that we're going to be talking about this today. You all are not going to want to miss this. But before we get into it, don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Watch the video all the way to the end. Now let's bring in our special guests. First, I have with me Antonice. How are you?
Hey, Linda. What's up? I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great. And she's of Antonice Too Real. And we have Van Hall of the LFR Family.
What's going on?
Hello, you guys. And you all have to check out their channels. Antonice Too Real and Van Hall of the LFR Family. All right. Let's get it started. So, my crew. You know what the subject is. Is cheating a deal breaker in a relationship? We're going to start with you, Antonice. What do you say?
For me, it's going to be a yes. It's definitely a deal breaker. And that's like all around the board because it covers like different topics. But I was going to say first, I guess we would have to decide what is cheating. But in my eyes, cheating to me, yeah, it's a deal breaker. It's a no for me.
Why would it be a deal breaker for you? Is it something that would linger in your mind, or is it like you don't feel like you can fully trust again?
Yeah, so it's gonna be in reference to like mentally, just like the trust issue. So when someone cheats, in my opinion, when you're cheated on, like that person did not take into account my feelings in reference to how I feel. I won't be able to really trust that person again. And for me, I'm going to say, coming from a place of like previously being in that spot of being the person being cheated on, I wasn't able to trust that person again. So that's why I'm saying like it's a no, because I am going to continue to think about it. Even if we move past it, it's going to be hard for me to think, okay, if you cheated and this is the reason why, who's to say if this was to happen again, you wouldn't go and cheat again?
Yeah, I can see that being definitely. What do you say, Van?
No, it's not a deal breaker. I think it's silly to be the deal breaker, in my opinion. It's silly. There's so many other things to consider, but yeah, if you want it to be the thing that the straw to break the camel's back, then absolutely, if that's what's most important to you, but not to me. It just isn't. I'm sorry.
Now, have either of you ever been the cheater? If you're willing to share that.
I have, and I've been cheated on.
Yeah, I was going to say both ends.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I gotta say, Linda B, you putting us in the hot seat. What about you? But before I got saved, and this is before I got married. Okay, I've never cheated in my marriage, but before Jesus, and I'm gonna be honest, a little bit after Jesus, because I was a new Christian, but
before Jesus.
But you know how they say BC, before Christ. I did, and I was just selfish. I just saw somebody I thought was cute. I said, "Oh, he cute." And when you're just not born again, you live by the flesh. You live by those tendencies. And right after I got saved, I was just so torn as to end a relationship and get into another relationship. It was just a whole messy thing because I was trying to hold on to a relationship that obviously God did not want me to hold on to. And then he was promising marriage and wasn't doing anything. And then another guy was there and more available, but he was probably worse than the other one, to be honest with you. And things went where they should not have gone. And I had to pretty much tell the other one, I did this. It was more like a kissing kind of thing. And it was like, you kissed him. And it was like, and he was having issues with me, and rightfully so. And so that's how that went down. But I repeat, since I've been married, girl has been faithful. Okay. Because that's just what I got to say. But as for me, if it's a deal breaker, to me, it depends on a number of things. But before I get into what, if it's a deal breaker to me or not, I got to share some clips, okay, with you guys. And this is coming from a man and one is from a woman. And we're going to get your takes on these. All right.
A lot of people don't like to talk about this, but as a motivational love coach, I have no problem saying that I get it when there's been infidelity and you've been with someone for a long time and you want to work through this, because I've done it, because I knew there was a genuineness to them. And I understood why they were cheating. I understood their childhood trauma, their attachment style, and so forth. So I tried to be open and I tried to be, understanding and embrace the deeper rooted issues behind it. But the truth is cheating and infidelity changes you, and the relationship will never be the same as it was prior. And it's like getting to know someone all over again. And moving forward, I just know that cheating, it's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker for me. I don't want to have that on our history. I don't want to have that on my heart. I don't want to have to even think about it. So the fact is like, it's always going to be, whether I've forgiven them or I've understood them, it's always going to be this little piece in my heart that weighs heavy. And I just don't want that.
She said it's always going to be a little piece in her heart that weighs heavy. And she just
First of all, what's a motivational love coach? What the hell is that?
Maybe an unlicensed therapist.
Yeah, I'm a motivational love coach.
Well, it's a bunch of people out there saying they're a love coach. And on my other video, she said, I'm a feminine energy coach.
Okay, well, hey, it must be a market for it.
Rev up your feminine energy. So anyway, she said for her, that a piece will be, that'll be in her history. She doesn't want that in her history, that she won't be able to trust. So, and for me, I can honestly say it will probably be a real big issue, but I would look at the why and the how long and with who. Okay. Because maybe those factors weigh in as well. Like, how long has this been going on? Why? Maybe was I sick and I couldn't give it up? I couldn't provide for your needs and you just got weak and it happened one time and you cried, green booger, snot and everything, plead and take you back. And I believe you. And then who? I mean, don't you think that should factor in as well? I'll let either one of you go.
So you said, you said who?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, of course, you are entitled to, but I'm like, see, who don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what you did. Because I don't care if it was like with a lady in the church or like somebody who I absolutely don't know. It's the principle of what you did. Like you said, when you went and cheated, you didn't care about my feelings. You didn't really care about us because you didn't think to come, okay, if it is an issue, you could have came to me and we talked about the issue. So any issue that you can tell me about now, no, it's a no. And then I also noticed, going back to Van, I noticed men are like, just from like the men that I've like seen videos on or spoken with, they are a little bit more okay with cheating. But I'm like, okay, is it you cheating? And then, okay, yeah, we can be okay. Or is it okay if the woman cheats? I noticed, like, I don't really see men allowing the women to cheat and moving forward. I'm just curious.
So what do you say to that, Van?
I hear all these manosphere things like we are external beings, like we can impregnate so many people in the course of 9 months, but a woman can only be pregnant once in the course of 9 months, all that other stuff. I just look at it like this. There's so many more things that are far more important in a relationship than who cheated on who. But when cheating happens, certain things aren't discussed. Like, why did the cheating even occur? Was he a cheater before you met him? Did you meet the cheater? Did you take the cheater from another person? Did you not account for that? Did you think that you was better than that? Do you think you was too good to be cheated on, sweetheart? At the end of the day, I'm like this. I believe that a lot of men think that cheating is all right because we know for a fact for a fact that most people cheat.
Mm.
Most people cheat. And most men cheat with women who are in relationships, and most times they're married. So when we know that, we're like, you know what I mean? We are not in la la land. We understand that this happens in relationships. Not saying that any of you are in la la land. I'm just saying the way that I look at things is from my own lived experiences, from my friends' lived experiences, my family members, cousins, brothers. Everyone got the same stories, but I do know this: accountability is never taken by the party that was cheated on, and it's not taken by the party that's doing the cheating. So if you know who you're in a relationship with, then you need to know who you're in a relationship with. Also, if you ever get to the point where you're married to that person, you need to understand that divorce is not an option. The person has to want to be that person for you, want to be that one-on-one, but you got to do your part too. Sometimes when a woman get a man, she falls back on all the things that she did to get him. She won't do it to keep him. And then she don't want you to do nothing. She will dare you to do it. Why? Because the court systems is in her favor. Although I'm paying all of the bills, if I get put out of my house, I still got to help you live to the same level of living that you had when I was there. That's BS.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see no issue with it. I mean, do I see an issue with cheating? Obviously, I do see an issue with cheating. I don't think that you should be out there just putting your ding-a-ling or your vagina on everything, because diseases are real. STDs are real. Also, that connection of souls is real. Like when you are
soul
really
ties.
connected, when you're connected with somebody, you really connect with that person. But do you really want to be with the person that you're with? I wouldn't be with my wife right now, 26 years, 4 amazing children, if she would have stopped dealing with me because I cheated when I was 25. And that right there would have been a catastrophe for the rest of our family. We wouldn't even be anywhere close to where we are right now. We wouldn't be the love story that people compare themselves to and try to live up to simply because I cheated before. Nah, this once you get over those things and you grow the hell up together, you want to be together one on one, then you keep on working together so you can be that to each other. But other than that, nah, it's not a deal breaker.
All right, Antonice. And then I can't wait to say what I gotta say.
Well, thank you, Ben. That does make sense. I was gonna say, so I did mention that I was cheated on before. I wasn't married, so I don't know if it's looked at the same per se, like with everybody. But I was gonna say I definitely like understand what you said and where you're coming from. And now that I'm thinking, I don't know, I don't want to say this too loud, but I was gonna say, so I've been married almost 13 years, and I was gonna say I haven't, to my knowledge, like dealt with any like infidelity. But when I think about it, okay, me and my husband have been together 18 years, like together, but married 13. But if that was to happen, would I like be okay with him cheating? Like now I'm thinking like, cause then we're gonna throw all of that away. But then I'm like, I don't know, cause would he have considered that too? Like, hey, we've been together this amount of time. Do I want to throw all of that away? You know, if that's something that we discussed like before we got married.
Do you all have children?
Yes, so I have 2 daughters. One is 16 and my other daughter is 12. Sorry.
Okay. I do think you have to think, well, we talked about the why. I do think the why is important. Why somebody cheated. I don't know. Some people, I feel like they're going to cheat no matter who they get with. I don't care how good the sex is or whatever it is, how endowed he is or how she can do flips in the bedroom.
Right.
I think there's a character issue there. Also, but I do think the why is important. Like, did you cheat because somebody, one of the people were sick, or somebody was so busy on their job and they're gone all the time. And, not that excuses it, but, you do encourage cheating if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, marital relations. I mean, we gotta, you gotta satisfy each other. I'm just saying, don't get mad and always withholding.
Right.
Don't just be like, I ain't giving you nothing and put the lock on it. Don't do
Okay.
Don't do that.
You
And
got to
also, I think it matters how long, because somebody might have done a one-time thing and they went, like I said, crying with snot and everything, begging you back. Then somebody might have been doing it for years or months and lied all that time. I think that also matters. I'm like, you lied to my face that long? Oh my gosh. And that would be hard for me. That right there. It would be very difficult. And it would be, and yeah, I get what you're saying. You don't want to give up, break up your family over it. You want to see if there's anything there. Can we salvage this, because children are involved, especially if children are involved, because it does something to them when they see their parents not together anymore. I feel like, you got to weigh it, because if you're able to save it or salvage it, I think it is worthwhile doing. But, and again, I'm talking about a marriage where there's children involved. If you don't have kids together and you're married, or if you're just in a before marriage relationship, I would shoot the deuces, for me personally, unless I get a
I'm
revelation
with you on that.
from the Lord, from the Lord,
She said, "From the
that
Lord."
from the Lord, he just got to be real clear. But before marriage, you already messing up. Not me. That's me.
I mean, before marriage, you're not cheating. You're not
I was
cheating.
I was gonna
What
ask
you
that.
cheat?
So, what is cheating though? Is it like, are we saying before marriage, or it? Yeah,
In
is
a
it cheating
relationship,
before
whether it's
marriage?
boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance,
Okay.
in a relationship, period, not just marriage. I Now
I,
you're in a relationship with somebody, they expecting it just to be you. You guys have said we boyfriend, girlfriend, is
Mhm.
us, and then you go do that. Come on, Van.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. It's like you're dating. You're together, but you're not. I mean, even if you're exclusive, you're exclusively dating. Like say if my daughter's boyfriend was to cheat on her and break her heart, then I probably whoop his little ass or something. But because her heart is broken, but
Mhm.
they're not tied by anything. They're not tied by law to be together. Only reason why I put hands on him is because he hurt her heart. That's it. But then I would tell her, baby girl, you're in a that's your boyfriend. That's not your husband. And even when and I mean that's just me. That's just me. Same thing for my son. If I would tell him same thing about his girlfriend, look, that's your girlfriend. That's not your wife. Now, when y'all get married, now y'all have to deal with this one on one forever. Like, because when you get married, it's not I'm getting married unless one of us cheat. No, this is forever. This
Mhm.
is until to death do us part. And
Mhm.
that don't mean if I cheat, kill me. That's not what that mean. Okay. Because some people think
Oh
that's what
yeah,
that
it's
means.
gonna be support.
I mean, but at the end of the day, that shows entitlement. That shows that that I owe you something or I belong to you exclusively without you having to do your part. A lot of times people are cheated on. They don't acknowledge what they did to cause that lack. I tell you one thing: if you send a man out the house every single day with his empty and with his stomach full, he's not going to be thinking about being with no other woman. Period. Well, no, it ain't a period because men we go off of the attention that's showed to us. So if your guy is everything that these women out here taller than 6'2", a certain complexion, nice teeth, nice career, all these things drive something nice, he's going to get more attention than the average dude. Then it's going to be the onus is going to be on him and how strong is he,
Mhm.
even if his wife sends him outside empty with a full stomach. So it's going to be about that. But communications is important, and whether or not she's willing to do the things or step up and take care of whatever it is she needs to take care of. Take care of. But I just don't see it as the thing to say this whole thing is over. Get out. We can't deal with each other no more. Everything we've been building on is over because that to me is an emotional female move. So I understand if a female think that, but a man, I don't see a man thinking that.
But I just want to touch back on, even if they're not married, like boyfriend, girlfriend. So to me, if a man cheats on a woman knowing that they have clearly been exclusive and it's clear that they are an exclusive couple, to me that might be an indication of what could happen later, after the marriage. I mean, this is like a test run, I guess you want to say that. a rehearsal before the actual show. And then now you've shown me that you can't even be faithful. And marriages are supposed to last forever, but the dating before that lasts for just a few years or however long. And in the short time, you can't even be faithful. I know you're probably going
Well,
to have a problem in 30 years or 50 years, however long we plan on being together after the nuptials. So I have a problem with them cheating prior to, because to me, that is an indication that the Lord is saying you don't need to marry that person.
well, I
That
mean, what
just
if, but all the older couples that we know that been together forever, they got some crazy stories.
I,
And he messed with so and so before we got married too. But I told the chick that's my man, and I'm gonna marry him. And somebody even cheated throughout the marriage, but they end up being together for 60 years,
uh-huh.
got 13 kids, 82 grandkids, and
Yep.
everybody, they don't need to know their business about whether they was faithful or not. What they did do, they created a whole kingdom behind them. They created a whole like 2, 3 more generations because they
Mhm.
didn't say, well, you cheated on me, so we're done. No, they focused on what was important. I got my person to help me witness life for the rest of my life.
But
That
that
was
was back then. That was back then.
it's the same, it's still the same here, still the same today.
Well,
If you make it like that,
you can make it like that, but guess who's not making it like that? Well, I'm
you.
already
Yeah.
married. I'm already married. So
Yeah,
my
me
daughters,
too.
I have a 20, she's about to be 23. Her birthday is Saturday, and another one
Oh,
20.
Oh,
And
her Jordan
guess,
birthday.
huh?
Her Jordan birthday.
oh
JoJo about to have his Jordan birthday.
Oh
23 years old.
yeah.
Happy birthday, baby girl.
yeah, happy
Yeah,
birthday.
so she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart, but she is not interested in a boyfriend right now. So, oh,
Good.
What?
the 20-year-old more ready. Like, I want to get a husband. I want a husband.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I said, you better get in here and learn how to cook. But yeah, I just feel like that's an indication of a character flaw to me in some instances. And like I said earlier, some people, their character is they're selfish. And one characteristic of cheaters is, I think, either they're immature, selfish, or both.
I'm all
Selfish,
those things.
yeah.
I am all of those things.
So I just think that's an indication what kind of person they are. And I would not recommend to someone to marry someone who cheated prior to marriage, unless there's always, you know, an exception to the rule, is if they are sincere and you feel in their heart that they're really, really sorry and you really believe that they're not going to do it again. But if you have in the back of your mind, this joker just saying this because he or she got caught,
Which
no,
they most do. They only
no,
apologize because they got caught.
absolutely not. Don't even do that to yourself.
Antonise, what you think? You
I'm
giving her too
like,
much, Linda B. You giving her too much.
no, I definitely I agree with Linda B. I've seen both sides. So I have friends where there was cheating prior to them getting married. And now, okay, we're older, everything is good, like what Van said. However, I do know other people that cheated before they got married, like a spouse cheated, and then they had problems after they got married with the spouse cheating. It's very much selfish because if we've addressed it, it's like if they've talked about it, they went to counseling, and nothing is changing and it's continuing to happen, then yeah, like that person is selfish because you're not taking the other person into account, like in the marriage. So, in reference to what Van said, I get it. Yo, we are supposed to be together like forever. And you said it's like being in. Did you say 1 second? I think entitled, or you were like entitled to something. So I am entitled to my husband to be faithful to me because he told me and God on June 22nd that he wasn't gonna talk to nobody else, and it was just me and him for the rest of our life. So yeah, I am entitled. But looking at it from that standpoint, I was gonna ask you, do you think it may give like some people maybe like the ticket, like the go ticket to say, okay, well, we are going to be together forever. And so since I know this person not going to leave me if I cheat, I'm going to go ahead and do me.
I mean, if you, I don't think I'm giving them a green light to go out there and cheat as much as they possibly can. All I'm letting you know is, and hopefully you don't take this the wrong way,
Oh, no.
most men are going to be cheating anyway. They are going to be cheating anyway, except if their wife is showing above and beyond, um, um, like if she's doing all of the things that he want in a relationship, if she know that his flavor is athletic women, and she decide to never hit the gym, then that to him comes off as disrespectful. Like, I'm important to you, right? Are you going to take that extra step for me? I take the extra step for you. I get up, I run, I work out, I eat right, I drink water all day. You still do whatever you want to do, but you still dictate to me whether or not you want me to look at other women. It don't work that way. In the real world, is certain things that are important to me. Are you addressing everything that's important to me? Are you? Because if you're not, then why should I address everything that's important to you? The only thing that I will do is make sure that you're safe, make sure you're squared away and taken care of, make sure that I don't embarrass you in front of the world, and make sure that I try my best to honor you as much as possible until I can be that 100% man that you need. Obviously, if you're not trying to be the 100% woman that I need, why should I go above and beyond to be that 100% man that you need? Most times it's not that case. Like I said before, people don't want to take accountability. They don't. They just say, well, you're not supposed to lie to me. You're not supposed to hurt me. You're not supposed to. Who made that rule book? Who made that rule book? Most men look at things as black and white. It's like, and if you want to get into the gray, then that's when we start to really, like, you want to play chess? Let's talk about it. You really want to have a conversation? Let's talk about it. What type of woman am I cheating with? What type of woman did I cheat with that you know of? What does she look like? When you compared yourself, what was the difference? I mean, were y'all similar? Did y'all look the same? Did we talk the same when you found the texts or the emails or whatever? Like, it's always something that we miss because we're always focusing on what's most important to us. And then we kick them out and we send them out to the world, and we done sent a good woman out there, a good woman that's going to provide a home to another man, or a good man that's going to provide a home to another woman.
Well, that's that. I hear you. But what I want to do now is show you another clip. And this is
She said, I hear you.
this is a man's point of view.
Yeah.
We're going to see the man's point of view here.
Is cheating really a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance? Is cheating really a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance? Because I know a lot of men and women who got cheated on or did the cheating and got back together with their partner, whether they're married, in a relationship, in a situationship, or whatever they're in, they made it work. So does it depend on the circumstances of the cheating, or how did they go down? Right? Was it a one night stand? Was it an affair? Right? How long they knew this person? Was it somebody that they worked with? Was it somebody that they just met? Was it a friend in the family? Was it somebody that you know? Was it the girlfriend, the boys, whatever it may be? Right? Is it a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance? Because I know a lot of people's going to comment. You guys going to say, "Oh no, once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm done with this person." But I've seen a lot of cheating happening in relationships, and the relationships got better after the cheating, or he or she took them back, and the relationship is still rocking and rolling and doing well. So I want to know, is cheating really a deal breaker, or it depends on the circumstance of the cheating or the cheat or the experience or whatever it may be?
You asked, but he didn't give an answer.
He did. He did. To me, well, we've already talked about this. So what I say is, I like what he brought up, the why and how long, and which is always what I bring up. I feel like at the end of the day, do you believe that you got a good person on your hands that just made a mistake? Do you feel that, or you feel like this same ninja still ain't no good, and I took you back before we got married, and now you do this, and you just feel, you sense, women have intuition. You know whether or not you just putting up with something because you feel like you can change him, or you really you got something in you that's saying, he ain't gonna do right. And then you still got to think about the children. Oh, the children make it more complicated. Oh, it does. I'm sorry, it does, because you got to think about them. But if no kids are involved, you can just, I'll be like this. Bye. See you. I don't have to deal with this. But with children, I would say try to make it work. And even after you've tried and he's very abusive or she's abusive, then you got to let it go. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to put yourself in a burning bed situation. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get so mad that you do the Lorena Bobbitt on him.
Right.
Oh my gracious.
And throw it away in the field.
Why you had to go there? I mean, but I'm glad you went there though, because that's real life right there. You have to sleep next to this person.
You don't want to keep taking so much and keep taking and keep trying to make it work. And they get you madder and madder. And you got to think about, you might snap. If that's even a possibility, you need to just sit everybody down and have a grown-up discussion, talk to the kids, try to co-parent the best you can, because you don't want to go there, is what I'm saying.
So the reason why, I was going to say, thinking back to what the guy said, the reason why it does matter, and then you did hit on the point, I do believe also that if the needs are being taken care of, then there won't be any cheating. I was going to say that's probably why I have not cheated. Well, I'm just not a cheater, but I wouldn't cheat on my husband. Everything is taken care of, so I don't have like that sense to feel like, okay, well, this is not being handled, so I'm going to go out here and do that. But what I wanted to find out though, so I was looking at numbers, and in reference to like the cheating, the percentage was 20 to about 25%. It said that married couples like experience cheating, and of the 20 to 25%, it did show that about 50% of those actual couples are able to work it out and continue on. So in reference to that, I'm assuming like those particular couples probably did like take a look at the why and work from there to like stay together.
I feel like definitely a marriage is worth salvaging, and even more so with children, is worth salvaging. Right. But my official stance, if we're not married, which that doesn't include me because I'm already married, but I'm just saying, do it cheating before, that would be a deal breaker, I would think, unless they repent sincerely and you feel like you got a good person on your hands and they won't do it again. Any doubt whatsoever, don't marry him. Just my opinion.
So what's your top 3 things to make you leave a relationship? And what's your top 3 things to make you stay?
My top 3 to leave would be cheating, heinous crime, and just being like you're into satanic stuff, like you're just a dark person. Okay. Just spiritually dark, like a shell of a human being. Those would be my top 3.
What if they decide to never do those things, but they decide not to get a job? Or they never do those things, but they never talk to the kids, or they never address the children that y'all have. So they're not dark, they're not cheating, and they're not committing any heinous crimes, but they won't get a job, and they won't be a good dad.
Put that up there too.
And I'm just saying up there too. I believe that if we have a family together and you're not doing anything to contribute to this family, those things are the more important. If we have children together and you're not willing to be present, either emotionally or physically present for those children or for myself, then that's another reason. Like I mean, I just think that there's so many things that are important to keeping a relationship together, or even wanting a relationship. Like when you look at somebody and you want to be in a relationship with them, first thing you see is attraction. Then it's attention. Are they paying attention to me? They're listening to me. They're asking me questions. They actually give a damn about what I say. And then they want to do things and go out of their way to take care of me. So all of those things are important at first. Do they also love God? Oh my gosh, that's another plus. Like, like it's so many different things. But then as soon as they commit one of those crimes that's not even on your list of things that attract you anyway, because you weren't like, I want to date you because you're loyal. You said, I want to date you because you're attractive and you're attentive and because you love God. But then you cheated. Oh, get out my life. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. And that to me is like, it's so small in my eyes. Like I get it. It's a violation. It's like they hit you. Like it's like they hit you or something. But to me, it's just so small. Just that's just how I look at it. Even in dating, because in dating you're having fun. Oh, you cheated? How did you cheat on me? You're still seeing other people. Okay, cool. We're gonna see other people, and we're still gonna date because this is fun. You want to go out tomorrow? Are you gonna be with somebody else?
As
Cool.
if that's something that you all agreed to in the relationship. But if you know that people have a tendency to know whether they are in an exclusive relationship or an open one, and I'm talking about prior to marriage because nobody should have an open marriage. Okay. But some people do, I get that, but I'm talking about prior to marriage. You should know whether you're exclusive or open, and then that's one thing. But if you're in an exclusive relationship and you do this, to me, it just depends. Or is this really a good person? Are they sorry they did it and all that? And do they care about how I feel about it? And a lot of other things. And so many different variables. I wouldn't just say throw away a relationship. I just wouldn't say that. Is it worth salvaging? Do you feel like, is it worth saving? Can I have a future with this person? Can I have a family and have a legacy with this person? Or is this person going to always be the person that cheated? And it doesn't really go any further than that. I mean, these are questions that we have to sincerely ask ourselves. And I feel like people know. I feel like people are perceptive enough that they know what the answers to those questions are. Depending on what the answers are, depends on whether or not you break it up, break off the relationship permanently, or continue through the course of healing.
What about the 80-20 rule?
That apply in reference to the cheat. But I was at
explain the 80-20 rule.
I mean, Anthony's didn't get to talk yet, so
I was just gonna ask though, but with cheating though, so both of you guys have like really good points. My thing would be probably with the cheating. I gotta like, what type of cheating are we talking about? Like physical? Like, did you sleep with somebody, or like mentally? Like, were you just like texting with somebody? Were you like thinking about it? Was you in somebody's inbox? Like, what cheating?
Yeah, different. There is.
Period.
Yeah, there's emotional adultery where you are confiding in someone something, you're opening yourself up emotionally.
Right.
But you haven't physically done anything. Then there's the touchy without going all the way, and then there's the kissing and
that is why
I mean, it's so many things
because it's just so much, But yeah, but what's the 80-20 rule?
So here's the thing.
What is that?
Okay, so all right, so just to answer your question first, because the whole thing is to what you were saying. The way that I look at it and the way that a lot of men look at it is we do care about cheating. If a man find out that his woman is doing something with him, he would want to not be in a relationship with her because he gets emotional. But if he didn't get emotional, he would consider the 80-20. He would consider the 80% that she does correctly, the 80% that he loves about her, the 80% that he relates to, not the 20% that she don't have. Like, she don't have that weight that she once had when we was together, when we first started dating. She don't really give it to me the way that she once did. Like, I know such and such would, because she be talking at work and she always talking about what she be doing to her man and this and another, and she be throwing me vibes. Like, we always look at the grass being greener in that 20% that our mate don't have. So then we'll sacrifice the 80 that they do have for the 20 that they don't have and risk the whole 100%. But what I'm saying is we always have to consider that 80-20. But it was something else I was going to say. Sheesh.
Might be floating off the 80-20, Lord, because I know
sometimes I'm thinking about that, because you mentioned also keeping yourself up. as far as your appearance,
Yes.
things like that. I've actually seen women who don't keep themselves up after they get married. And I don't say anything, but I think it to myself. I'm going, wow, she look like that. She ain't thinking about how she ugh. I mean, they look like woo. I'm not trying to be mean, but you gonna do something. Your man got eyes.
Right,
Don't
right.
don't tempt him. I mean, because they just be looking like teeth, hair, no makeup, no trying nowhere. And I always think to and then I'll find out later that the man don't want to be with her anymore. And I don't know if that was the reason, but I was sure thinking it when I was looking, I was going, ooh.
Well, she's entitled at that point. She's probably been with him for a long time. They probably have children together. Maybe she has some women issues that won't that make her. Maybe she's taking medication that make her gain
Oh
weight or
yeah,
something
some
like
things
that.
there are different
But
things. You can try
but
to put your makeup on and
but
get
I just wanted to
your hair.
touch one other thing real quick because y'all was just now talking about it, whether or not he's talking to her on the phone, he's texting her, he's kissing her, or he's actually physically, doing things with her. Well, if we go back to what the Bible says, the Bible don't dictate between those things. It says a man, if he sins in his heart, he has sinned. But it's us that get all emotional and say, well, did you? If we're really going to be that cut and dry, then we need to treat it like the Lord. If we're not, and also if we're going to treat it like the Lord, if it's a marriage, ain't no walking away. We deal with it. Like we make sure that you're not going to do this. You're not going to keep on doing this to me. Like this, that, and other. But the person that committed that need to let them know why. And this person that's receiving the why need to hear them and say, you know what? I understand that. We wasn't talking like that. I was talking about you. I was down. You know what I mean? I was saying certain things. I wasn't doing certain things that might have added toward the reason why you decided to do those things. But we walk away from our maturity when we've been violated. We don't want to have objective conversations. It's I'm the victim and you're the one that committed the crime against me. So you have to do right. You. And we won't even consider the fact that maybe I don't look the way that I'm supposed to look around you, or maybe I don't treat you or don't touch you the way, or I don't I don't want to watch sports with you anymore because I'm just not interested. I don't want to read with you instead of watching all this BS on TV. It could be anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of things, but God just considers if it's in the heart, it's already a sin. It's
Already.
us to say, did you kiss her? Did you do this? Did you do it?
Right,
Was it in here? Was it over there?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's what the Bible says. What do you say, Antonise?
Well, I was gonna say, nah, man, we going to the Bible now. I was gonna say, but did the Bible say no adultery? So I'm like, if we
It
start
does.
there, then
It does.
we got to, like if we start there, then yeah, okay, if it's no adultery. But I mean, we are humans, like we are flesh, so it could happen. I can't say I won't. Well, I would hope I wouldn't cheat, but because we are human, these things can happen. So yes. And now I'm like, ooh, after talking to y'all, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would walk away. I would look at the why. Like I would look at the why, but then yeah, the why does matter because if it's because I gained 50 pounds or because I don't give it to you like 7 days a week, now you only get it 2. Like these are things to where if you felt like that, I think you should have came to me and said something. But then on the same level, I gotta be able to allow my husband to come to me and say something because it is women to where if it is issues in the marriage, like their husband cannot go to them to tell them, hey, this is an issue. So then the next thing would be, okay, I know I can't go to her and talk to her about this. So now what do I do? You know, it's like, whoo, it's a lot.
It's a lot, and it causes you to have self-reflection on did I not do what I was supposed to do? But I guess initially it'll be emotions flying all over the place, the tendency to cuss and throw plates. I don't know. And just get all out of your head about it. But we need to sit down and be calm and just think about what was I not doing? But people who feel like their needs are not being met should, like you said, Antonise, say something. Don't just go off and do something, say something. I'm feeling like my needs aren't being met here. You're not taking care of yourself like you used to. Your teeth messed up. You're not, your hygiene is in the toilet. You picked up 50 pounds and you don't, you're not doing what you used to do. You're not even trying. And I'm gonna be honest with you, for people who don't try, I guess they get comfortable. But in some people's cases, I wonder if that's their way of trying to get rid of a person. But I don't know. That could get into something
really
else.
want
But
to,
I'm just saying, I mean,
yeah.
are you trying to make me leave? Because you look woo. But yeah, I think we need to take inventory of ourselves, definitely, to make sure that we did not contribute to this cheating.
I mean, don't people most times know the answer? Like, but then they feel so violated as if they are above being cheated on. I mean,
Mhm,
and also the Bible does say, do not commit adultery. It
mhm,
also says the bedroom is not defiled. So when a
mhm.
man come to you and say that he want to try this, that, and the third, and you say, I'm not, what? And you start giving him all this attitude, he's like, oh, so you above that, huh? Okay. So then he starts looking at pictures. His algorithms start building up with women that's twerking. He start looking at porn. He start touching himself to those images of those things happening in his mind. And then after a while, he's going to want to try it himself. He already know
Yes.
that his wife is too good to try it because she don't understand that the bedroom is not to be defiled. I mean, because everything goes pretty much.
Right.
But she's above it. She's like, oh, nah, don't, where'd you get that from? And sometimes a man can't come to her because she's always like, who you looking at? What you talking to? What you looking at? What you doing? And she make us feel like if we come to say something, even the conversation alone, we feel like, shit, I might as well have done it if I'm going to receive all of this type of energy. I'm not even doing anything, but based off the energy I'm receiving, I might as well. So it's so many things that go along with that. Like, you got to be welcoming. You got to, like, if you want me to come talk to you, you got to have that type of energy and spirit about you that your man wants you to, or your woman wants you to come talk. So
Now I have a welcoming spirit. I would just say, um, not telling too much of my business, but we work together on that. You know what I mean? We try to fulfill each other's needs in that capacity. And next month, I will have been married 24 years.
whoop, whoop.
And
Congratulations.
thank
Yeah.
you. And
OG.
he'll tell you he happy. He's very frisky. And I don't be like, get your hands up there. I'll be like, look at you being,
Okay.
oh, look at you showing that. And I don't know what it is about me in the kitchen because he get excited when I'm in the kitchen.
That's the best smelling place in the building, in the whole
Oh,
house.
no.
You love the kitchen.
Like, man, what is going on with you? Trying to cook. But yeah, I think this is a very good conversation. Like really, really good. So I know the Bible talks about you got to stay together no matter what, but there are some things now. Cheating may not be a deal breaker, but in my mind, physical abuse definitely is a deal breaker. I
Correct.
can't take no ass whippings.
Nor should you.
I can't. I
A
look. I
woman
can,
Nor
look.
should you.
is not.
No, we're not doing this. This is what
Right.
we're not doing.
Right.
Because sometimes you can put yourself in a very dangerous situation where they can unalive you. And
Yes.
this is,
Which
that's why
happens
you have to look at everything. It's not cut and dry. It's always depending on the situation, what's going on. But yeah, serial adulterers and people that physically abuse, or if they tear you down verbally and are just mean and nasty constantly, just ripping at your soul. Words can hurt more than a whooping,
Yeah.
So yeah, those are deal breakers for me. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with that. Lord knows my husband said, "No, because you beat my ass."
My
Amen.
husband probably would have said,
My
Amen.
husband says that to me all the time.
I'm not even gonna try it. I know you crazy. You ain't gonna nah. That's how I am to my wife. She 5'3", and I'm not.
oh.
Nope, not touching it. You got it. And she knows where my guns are too. So then I sleep
Oh,
very heavy.
oh,
So.
oh, she knows where the weaponry is. Okay. Yeah, I think also people got to know how much they can put up with. We also need to take that into consideration as well. Like, what can you put up with and still maintain your sanity?
Yes.
If you think that you're going into the area of you having dreams of unaliving somebody, that's not good.
What if every single night one of you are having dreams of being with somebody?
That needs to be dealt with, that needs to be talked about, that needs to be counseled.
I mean, he still treats you like a queen. He's not bothering you. He's not hitting you. He still do everything for you. He's not cheating, but
But how would I know? He just go up and
fantasizes.
tell me I've been fantasizing.
That's what I was gonna say, but why? I would want to get to the bottom of why am I having that dream? Like,
Mhm.
am I looking at the same thing before I go to sleep?
Exactly.
Am I like, is something else like going on as to what's causing me to have this one particular dream about this person? Like, who is the person that I'm continuing to dream about? It's deep.
Yeah. Just have to deal with that issue that you're having. And maybe it's because, I don't know. Maybe he not working out anymore. He not fine like he used to be. I don't
Or
know.
maybe you go to the gym too much and you keep on seeing all these buff guys and you want him to go and start stepping his game up.
Mhm.
I say work out at home. Stop
Mhm.
giving yourself all these daggone options to look at.
I know, right? Don't look at all the options. I don't even see anything good looking when I go to the gym. So it's all not that I'm looking, but I just go into that little room and I just do my little thing, and then I go do some other little stuff and I just leave. Me and my daughter go work out. But this has been an interesting conversation. I hope my followers, my subscribers have gotten something good out of this. Any last words? Antonise, I will start with you.
I just want to say, although cheating is a deal breaker for me, depending on the why, what went well, I don't really think so. But I will say, I thank you for this opportunity. I am leaving with a different outlook on the situation to where coming prior, it was like an absolute no, but I will say it's still a no. But maybe I think about it and it might still be a no, but maybe not. But I do realize that what is for me, like, other people have survived cheating and they were okay to like make it forward. They learned from it. So yeah, but thank you so much.
You're welcome, Van.
I would say that cheating is fun, but don't do it because it can ruin something that you have been building with someone that could potentially change your life for the better. Also, if someone would cheat with you, they would cheat on you.
Mm.
All right. So if you're married to somebody and you would cheat with somebody and then your marriage falls apart because of that person and now you want to be in a relationship with them and you're thinking that they're not going to cheat on you as well, please. So if they would cheat with you, they would cheat on you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this was a great conversation. But one more thing I want to add is that depending on what you can as a person deal with, or if you're one of those people that it'll always nag you that this person did this, that you can't forgive, and for the most part forget. We don't really fully forget, but if you know that you wouldn't be able to get past it, that's something you may have to deal with. But I still say, when there are children involved, let's try to do everything we can to work on this. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much. Van Hall of the LFR family and Antonise of Antonise Too Real. The links to their channels will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Bye,
you, Linda
guys.
B.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. See y'all later.
Later, gang. Peace.
Peace. All right, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next time,